Parliament passed the Tea Act a little while ago to help the British East India Company out of financial struggles. This act made the price of the company's tea, with tax, cheaper than Dutch tea smuggled by the colonists.
Ever since the Tea Act was enacted, colonists have refused to purchase British tea because they don't believe the British have the right to collect the tax, and the British insist that they do.
A few days ago, a shipment of East India Company tea came into the Boston harbor. Naturally, none of us bought the tea, but before our royal governor could bring it ashore, the people of Boston disguised themselves as Native Americans and dumped 342 chests of the tea into the harbor in an act of rebellion.
While some people think that this is justifiable by defense of liberty, others think that the destruction of private property was far too radical. Do you feel that the Boston Tea Party was justified or a step too far? Why?
A step too far? They had no right to tax our tea. When we begin to have representation in Parliament and have a say as to what taxes are placed on us, then they can call this a step too far. But since that's not going to happen, they had it coming.
I do feel that the Boston Tea Party was a step too far. There are more practical ways of getting Britain's attention than destroying property. The Patriots went overboard with this protest and should have thought about their actions before following through with them.
As a member of Parliament, I am outraged at this ridiculous scheme because Britain has in no way done anything wrong to the colonists. We made our tea cheaper for them, and we didn't even force them to purchase it.
What actions do you believe need to be taken after this event?
I think the message is loud and clear. Parliament needs to back off or we're going to retaliate. The Tea Act should be repealed and any other taxes they made because they can't represent us properly and refuse to give us the representation.
I think that the Patriots should be punished for disobeying Britain. These laws are in place for a reason. Their violence didn't accomplish anything.
I believe the colonists should be punished for their Tea Party. In fact, King George, Lord North, and other members of Parliament and I are coming up with some new acts at the moment. If they thought this was bad before, they'll really think these acts are intolerable. Stay tuned for NBC's Nightly News to hear more about the details.
Instead of taking such drastic steps to change, what could the colonists have done?
These drastic steps to change are the only reason change is happening. We want representation in government. They won't give us that representation. The only way to get them to start listening to us is to take drastic measures. Obviously, our small protests and boycotts didn't change their minds. Maybe this will.
The Patriots shouldn't have done anything. Britain is in charge and whatever they say goes. If they know what's good for them, they won't get involved at all.
The colonists could have simply done nothing at all. It's not like we were forcing them to buy the tea.
Do you think there is anything Great Britain could have done to prevent this event?
Obviously, they could give us our representation in government. We have a right to have a say in what taxes and laws are placed on us. If we don't do something before we know it, they'll have taken away all of our rights. We're citizens of Great Britain and they treat us like second-class citizens. They don't see us as equal and their opinions on us need to change.
How could Great Britain have seen this coming? They are in charge and had every right to enact the Tea Act. They even tried to help us by making the prices of the British East India Company's tea cheaper than the Dutch tea.
Absolutely not. If they're going to be a part of Great Britain, they need to take some responsibility. I'm speaking on behalf of the King to tell you that the colonists have gotten great treatment. In no way were we harsh to them, and their radical acts are unjustifiable. This is the first time colonists have rebelled against Britain by destroying our property on purpose. We are working to ensure no planned acts are committed by the colonists in the future. In trying to better Great Britain, it seems we may have begun to bring them together through acts of retaliation.
We will not let them take our rights away. If they thought this was bad, I dare them to make another move against us. Let them figure out how powerful we are together then.
And that's the tea.